What's up Mod Squad, MOB back with another Division 2 video. So with all the current info we got about the Dark Zone being pretty disappointing for a lot of the PvP player base, a lot of players look to Conflict to fill that void. I know I do. But the sad truth is Conflict is in a terrible state and it is not fulfilling the void for a lot of PvP players. To be honest, the only reason people are playing it is because there's nothing else to do. Conflict PvP as it stands is awful, and I know the devs say that gear is what makes the PvP experience better, but there's so much more wrong with Conflict than just the gear balancing. For example, the spawn system, which has been better in some areas but made worse in others, and it's going to be painstakingly obvious in this video why it's a disaster. Spawns are a safe haven for bad players to hide in and a cheap way for players to gain wins. Players camping their spawns because they know the enemy team can't throw grenades in there, they can't use their skills in there, they know there's only one way in and one way out, and there's not much the enemy team can actually do about it. It becomes a back and forth between the players hiding in spawn throwing skills out of their spawn and the players on the outside trying to pick off whoever's peeking around the corners. Now, having spawn protection was the right move, but making it so enemy teams are only limited to their guns when near or in an enemy spawn was clearly the wrong move and it needs to be fixed. It makes an already boring PvP experience even more boring. I feel each team having one spawn has always been a problem. It makes the enemy team's movements so predictable. You wipe 3 players, then you pretty much know exactly where they're gonna spawn. I've said for the longest time, there should be 2 spawns on each side, and just like in Division 1, you should be able to pick which spawn you want to go to. Because regardless of them fixing the whole no skill or nades in enemy spawns, it won't prevent spawn trapping, which has dampened the experience of Conflict since launch. So moving on from spawns, let's talk about the boosts, which I was told the one time Terry spoke to me that they were put in the mode to help the team losing to make a comeback or have a chance at one. But here's the problem. Majority of the teams losing are pushed back into their spawns, so when those boosts come up, the enemy team more often than not are the ones who go and get them, and the losing team, get wrecked even further. After all my hours playing, I honestly believe they should remove these because they rarely serve the purpose they were intended for. Up next we have the specialist ammo drops. Now again, like the boost, the purpose is to serve the losing team, but yet again it's the same situation. 90% of the time the dominated teams get them. Majority of players run the demolitionist, which means you get one shot by a grenade launcher. It's a cheap easy kill and it takes away from the little skill gap and outplay factor the game has. I honestly feel that if specializations got disabled, nobody would really care. And as for the boost, it doesn't really serve its purpose it was intended for. So they should just remove it. So last but not least, we have the mercy rule, the momentum killer. The amount of times I have gone on a spree only for the mercy rule to kick in. With the kills pool in skirmish being so little, the mercy rule should be disabled and the game should be allowed to play out to the very end. It's 20 kills to win. Most games are over in just around 5 minutes. They don't need to be made shorter just because the other team is losing. If players are losing and don't like it, they have the option to leave the game. The mercy rule just isn't a good idea, and in all honesty, I don't think I've ever heard a Conflict player say they think it is. If the mercy rule was in Last Stand, I'd never have got 80 to 90 plus kills, I'd never have got 20 100k games, I wouldn't have been named by the Mob Squad the king of Last Stand. Games should be allowed to be played out to the very end of the kill pool or until the timer runs out. These are the current issues in Conflict right now, and with the Dark Zone looking like it's never ever going to be a replicant of what we had in the first game, the least they can do and the least that can be done is to make some simple changes to Conflict to make it a little bit more fun. Maybe even increase the kill count in skirmish, extend the timer in domination, make kills take time off the enemy team. There's so many little things that could be done to make Conflict experience so much better, and for the love of God, put in a mode that is at least 6v6. Anyway, this is just some constructive criticism and some ideas I feel would make the mode a lot better. If you have any ideas, just add them. Put them down in the comment section, guys, and I'll go through them. I'll have a discussion with you like I always do. Don't forget to smash that like button to help support the channel, the video. Subscribe if you're new for lots more Division 2 content, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, Mob Squad.
Supply drop being claimed by friendly. The specialization supply drop is in friendly hands.
Agent down.
The fight is halfway done.
An agent needs assistance. Agent down. Boost about to come online. Boost now active. The boost is being taken by allies. Allies have acquired the boost.
fight goes on, there are no more road reinforcements.
Immediate medical assistance needed. Agent down. An agent needs assistance. Agent killed.
I've sent a specialization supply drop your way. Friendly claiming the supply drop. The specialization supply drop is being claimed by an ally.
Serious trauma detected. About to activate.
Time's almost up.
Boost online.